Hi everyone, it's Annie, and today I'm very excited to be filming a readathon vlog. I'm participating in the Scooby-Doo Readathon that's happening from January 10th to the 23rd. The way it works is you can read for any member of the gang. Each member of the gang has 3 prompts, and I've decided to read for Daphne. This is my planned TBR for Daphne. I just decided to read for her because these books I had already planned to read and they fit her prompts. So just to make it a bit easier for myself. So for the first prompt, which is Jeepers, calls for a book where someone needs to be saved. And I chose Dead Mountain for this prompt because the people who unfortunately died in this horrible accident needed to be saved, and I think it fits the prompt. And the second prompt is super fashionable, and it's to pick a cover that is beautiful. And I picked Burial Rites because I have always been really attracted by this cover. I just love the cursive of the writing and the dark background, its juxtaposition with the white lettering and the mysterious woman. It's just, I really like the aesthetic of it. And the last prompt is Coast to Coast, which calls for either a travel book or a ghost story. So I picked Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour because from the little I know about it, I know it involves ghosts. And I've been really wanting to read it, so hopefully my hold comes in from my library in time to do this. Also, the group read is One of Us is Lying. I am very excited that this is the group read because it was already on my TBR. I am very interested in reading this. And there are also some extra prompts you can read for to apply points to any one of the gang members. So I'm doing 2 of those, hopefully. The first one I'm doing is Hex Girls, which is to read a book that includes magic. And I am actually in the middle of the second book of the Winternight trilogy right now, The Girl in the Tower. And this trilogy includes, magical, fantastical elements, so I think that counts. I am also reading, which is going to be the first book of this vlog, Sadie, for Monster Madness, which is to read a thriller book. So I am very excited. I heard about Courtney Summers because her new book, Project, is coming out in 2021 about a cult, and I am very excited for that one, but I had never read anything by her before. So I really wanted to read Sadie, which I think is her most famous book so far, before I read her new book. So I'll come back to share my thoughts with you once I read some of it. Alright, I'm back. I am halfway through Sadie. The audiobook for this, I had read in reviews of this that the audiobook was amazing, but it is seriously amazing. Like, they have a full cast, and the podcast, the true crime podcast that is featured in this book, like, they literally made the podcast for this audiobook. It's amazing. Oh my gosh, the story is super captivating. Honestly, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish it tonight because I just can't stop listening to it. It's so good. And I also realized that I didn't even explain what it was about, so let's give a short synopsis for people who don't know. It follows this girl, Sadie. She ran away from home and she disappeared. Her grandmother's trying to find her, so she contacts this true crime podcaster who makes this series of podcasts about trying to find this girl, Sadie. And Sadie is out looking for a man. And I don't really want to give anything else away because I went in knowing really nothing about it, so I think that would be the best way to do it. That's what I think. But it's a very exciting mystery thriller. And it's YA, but it doesn't read too young, I really love it so far. Alright, hello guys. It is the end of the day. It's about 8:30, I think. And I finished Sadie. Oh my gosh. I rated it 5 stars. I was hooked. Especially the audiobook of this, just completely, it just transports you into the story. And it feels so high stakes. It is so suspenseful. I loved the ending. I think the only complaint I saw about it while looking at reviews is that some people didn't think the ending was like tied up well enough, but I thought it was great. I thought it was perfect. This is the book we needed. It was so good. And I am so glad that this is the first book I read for the Scooby-Doo Readathon. It is very successful so far. And I'm not sure which book I'll choose next, but I'll be back to tell you very soon. Hello everyone. I just woke up. I think I am going to start Dead Mountain today because it's the only other book that I have. None of my other holds have come in yet. So I'm gonna start Dead Mountain for the Jeepers prompt. I'll be back to tell you my thoughts. Hello guys, I'm back to tell you that I finished the Dead Mountain about the Dyatlov Pass incident. Yeah, this was another 5-star book. I loved it. This was a beautifully written book, very respectful to the victims of this incident. Again, if you don't know, this Dyatlov Pass incident was when a group of hikers in the 1950s in the then USSR died under mysterious circumstances while on a hike in this Dyatlov Pass during the winter in the mountains. And no one can come up with a definitive explanation for why they all died, all at the same time. And it's just one of the greatest mysteries out there, I think. I mean, great as in big, not great as in good. It's just mind-boggling. And I think this book does a really, really good job of describing all of the theories out there, even the ones that some people might find ridiculous or the most improbable. You know, he doesn't gloss over them. He explains all of the theories. He actually goes there to the Dyatlov Pass, where these hikers met their end. He meets with the survivor of this incident and interviews him. It's just such a well-done book, very thorough. The ending is really good. I really love it. And if you're at all interested in mysterious phenomenon like this, if you like things like BuzzFeed Unsolved or any unsolved crime or mystery, I highly recommend that you check this book out. Hi guys! So today I had a very productive reading day. I basically had the whole day free to just read, which was pretty nice. I finished the second book of the Winter Night trilogy, The Girl in the Tower, and I'm using that for the Hex Girls prompt. And I really, really liked The Girl in the Tower. I actually liked it better than The Bear and the Nightingale. I think because it was more fast-paced. I guess I didn't realize how much I really, really hated the stepmother in The Bear and the Nightingale. Like, obviously I know that you're not supposed to like her, but I think she really affected my actual enjoyment of the story. And also, I really like Olga's character, and I guess because she wasn't in The Bear and the Nightingale for a lot of it, that also detracted from my enjoyment of it. So I'm really glad she was a bigger part of this book. So I'm glad that I decided to continue the series. And I rated this 4 stars. And, which I didn't mention at the beginning of this video, the other share challenge prompt is Scooby Snacks, which is to read a book with food. And one of my prompts for the Book Riot's Read Harder challenge is to read a food memoir by an author of color. And my TBR book for that prompt is The Cooking Gene by Michael Twitty. And since none of the other books that I chose for this readathon are available yet, and this one is, I'm going to start this one tomorrow morning. Good morning, everyone. So I started The Cooking Gene, and I am really loving it so far. And I decided, in order to make this vlog a little bit more interesting, I'm actually going to be cooking while listening to this. So it's actually longer than I expected. The audiobook is 15 hours. It's really good, like I said. So I'm going to be cooking or baking a baked berry oatmeal. I've made it before. It's really, really good, and it's just a delicious warm breakfast. So let's get started. Hello everyone, it's a couple days later and I finished The Cooking Gene by Michael Twitty. I really enjoyed it. I learned a ton. Literally every other sentence I was learning something new. Michael Twitty is super knowledgeable about food and history. He really had an amazing journey with his genealogy and just taking us with him on that journey, and it was a real privilege to read his book, so I totally recommend it. And so that means the Scooby snack prompt is complete. I finished all the share challenges, and I just started One of Us is Lying for the group challenge. It's a book that's kind of based on The Breakfast Club. It's a YA mystery thriller. I like it fine so far. I mean, the characters are kind of one-dimensional a little bit, but again, I'm only a few chapters in, so maybe that'll change. Who knows? Hello again. It is a few days later, January 19th, and I have finished the group read, One of Us is Lying. I was really disappointed by it. I am sorry to say. I couldn't do it. I finished it because I will have to say that I didn't expect the ending. I did not expect the conclusion to the mystery that happened. But that doesn't mean it was good. I was just disappointed by almost every aspect of this book. Unfortunately, it's really hard to talk about why without giving spoilers. So if you've read this book and you feel the same way, please let me know in the comments, and I'd really like to talk to you about it because I don't want to spoil anybody. I really think that a lot of people could like this book, but I felt like the characters were way too cliche. I felt like the representation of depression was not good. Yeah, it was not good. But I have better news. I actually changed one of my books. Instead of reading Burial Rites for the pretty cover prompt, because my library hold hasn't come in on that yet, I read one of the arcs that I had from NetGalley, which is The Project by Courtney Summers. You guys know I read Sadie for this readathon, and I really, really loved it, so I wanted to read The Project. It was about 3.5 stars for me. I liked it, decent enough, and the cover, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at this. Gorgeous. And I think Courtney Summers really, really knows the mystery thriller genre. She's a great writer, and I'd like to read her other books too. I just think this one, especially when compared to Sadie, was just weaker overall, but still a good read. Alright, so in between reading, I'm going to water my plants. I filmed a vlog where I actually bought these plants and planted them in the vlog, but I don't know what order I'm posting these in. It's just totally random, so if I haven't shown that to you yet, you'll see that soon. Look, they're so pretty. My snapdragon and all my pansies are blooming. I'm so glad. Some nice water. They'll be happy. All right. See you. Okay, so it is January 20th right now, and I have officially finished all the books for this readathon. I'm very happy. I finally got Watch Over Me by Nina LaCour from my library. I was a little nervous that my hold wouldn't come in on time, but it did, and oh my god, it was beautiful. Like, it was so beautiful. I absolutely loved it. It was just such a beautiful story about coming to terms with trauma and found family and it was so good. The magical realism aspect. I absolutely loved it so much. It's one of my favorite books I've read this year already. I'm saying that, I don't know. I loved it so much. Please go read it if you haven't already. Alright guys, so that's it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed seeing me read. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you also participated in the Scooby-Doo Readathon, please comment down below and I'd love to talk to you. Alright guys, I'll see you next time. Bye!